Hi, Chris Vincent, founder of Compound Leadership, and I'm here to talk to you about one of my favorite books of all time. It's this book right here, Personality Plus by Florence Littauer. Now, this book was a real game changer for me because what it did is it helped unlock some secrets about myself and about other people around me. And what I mean by that is, yeah, by the title, it's a personality book. That's true, but it's more of a personal development and a relationships book. And what I mean by that is from a personal development standpoint, it helps you identify your strengths and your weaknesses and how to enhance the strengths and eliminate the weaknesses, or at the very least, be aware of your tendencies and know how to maybe avoid them. And from a relationship standpoint, it helps you identify other people's personality traits so you can work with them better, so that you can encourage them better, so that you can. For me, it was a real life changer because prior to reading this, I had all these nagging, these kind of little annoyances in life, like with people. Why is my mom always late, and why is my girlfriend always doing that, and why is my dad so analytical? Why is my sister so quiet? And all these questions that I had. And this book really unlocked those for me, and not only helped me work with those people better, and it also helped me appreciate them more and love on them more, because I knew that they weren't intentionally doing it. It was part of their natural tendencies. And so I encourage you to pick up the book and read it. You're going to get a lot out of it by doing it. It's a must read. But I'm going to cover today the 4 basic personality types that Littauer goes over in the book, and I'm going to talk about kind of how to encourage each type and how to motivate each type. She actually, in the beginning of the book, gives a little 40-point assessment test that helps identify which one or which combination you are. That's a good point, actually, combination-wise, is most people are more than one, but they have kind of a dominance or a tendency to lean one way. So let's jump in. In the book, Littauer covers the main personality types, which are sanguine, melancholy, choleric, and phlegmatic. And what a sanguine is, let's start at sanguine. Sanguine is the outgoing, life of the party type person. They make friends wherever they go, and they're natural coaches and cheerleaders. Those are all the positive things about a sanguine. On the negative side, they can be a flake. They're often late. They can be flighty, and they tend to not always be dependable, and that's what a sanguine is. A melancholy is an artist, an engineer. They're very deep thinkers, scientific, analytical, good with numbers, good with math. That's a melancholy. But a melancholy can be they can brood. They could be very negative or cynical, and they can be a stick in the mud and kind of boring sometimes. A choleric is your natural task-oriented leader. They're a hard charger. They're out in the battlefield swinging their axe. They know how to get things done and get them done effectively. Not always done right. If you want something done right, you want to talk to the melancholy, but the choleric will definitely get it done. They kind of have a ready, fire, aim attitude. And that can be a bad thing because if you're not being as effective, sometimes you're out there working hard, but not necessarily working smart. So clerics can tend to just run over everything in their path, and with people, that can hurt their feelings. And so that's where clerics can kind of struggle there. Phlegmatics are kind of the even-keeled. They're kind of the balanced person. They're easygoing. They get along with everybody. They're laid back. And because of that, phlegmatics can be kind of lazy, or they can be amiable. They can also be stubborn. So I'm just going to cover today really quick how to motivate a particular personality type. And I'm going to overgeneralize, and once again, most people are more than one, but just going to give you some basic concepts on how to motivate them. So a sanguine, you want to motivate primarily with recognition. That's how sanguines get fired up and excited. When a sanguine knows they're going to be recognized for something, they'll do anything for it. And you want to tell a sanguine, hey man, if you go out and do that, everybody's going to know how awesome you are, or that you did that and how sweet it was, and you're going to be recognized, and they love recognition is the best way to put it. Melancholy, on the other hand, that's the opposite. You wouldn't want to do that to melancholy at all because they don't always want to be around people. They're more motivated by facts and figures. You want to give them the hard numbers. If you give them a clear, measurable, objective goal, that's a way to motivate a melancholy. They get that. It makes sense to them. A choleric, on the other hand, the best way to motivate a choleric is to challenge them. say, hey man, you can't do that, and they'll do everything to prove you wrong. And cholerics really are driven by tasks, and if you give them an assignment, they do really well with that. And if you look at a phlegmatic, that's the exact opposite thing you want to do with phlegmatic, because phlegmatic will back right off if you challenge them. Phlegmatic, you want to have a more easygoing approach and more of an acceptance approach. They're more motivated by approval and acceptance. So when I say something like, hey brother, if you can make it to the party, great. If not, no big deal. We'd love to see you. Everyone would love to have you there. And that's kind of how you motivate a phlegmatic. So lots more to talk about with the Personality Plus book, but I recommend you just pick it up and read it for yourself. It will definitely change your life.